Once you reach the end of row 19, slip stitch into the first single crochet made. Then slip stitch into the chain space, chain 1, again slip stitch, chain 1, make a single crochet into the same space, chain 9, make a single crochet into the next chain space. This is row 20. Likewise, continue till the end. Chain 9 and make a single crochet into the next chain space till you reach the end of the row. Once you reach the end of row 20, slip stitch into the first single crochet made. Row 21. Chain 1 and make a single crochet into the same stitch. Then make 10 double crochets into the chain space. After completing 10 double crochets, make a single crochet into the previous single crochet. Same way continue till the end. Make 10 double crochets into the chain space and make a single crochet into the previous single crochet. Once you reach the end, make a slip stitch into the first single crochet made. Row 22. Slip stitch into the next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then chain 3, which will act as one double crochet, and make a puff stitch into the same stitch. Then make a double crochet into the same stitch. Then make one double crochet, one puff stitch and again one double crochet into the next stitch. Then chain 5, leave the next 9 stitches and repeat the same into the 10th stitch. The stitches you have to leave are 4 double crochets, 1 single crochet, again 4 double crochet, and make this cluster 1 double crochet puff stitch, again 1 double crochet cluster into the 5th double crochet stitch. A total of 9 stitches you have to leave. Then make 1 double crochet, 1 puff stitch, 1 double crochet together into the next stitch. Then chain 5, leave 9 stitches and repeat the same till the end of the row. Once you reach the end of row 22, chain 5 and slip stitch into the third chain of the first chain 3 we have made. Row 23, slip stitch into the next 3 stitches, that is the puff stitch, double crochet and then into the space between the 2 double crochets. Chain 3, which will act as 1 double crochet, make a puff stitch into the same space. Then make 1 double crochet into the same space. Then chain 4 and make 1 single crochet into the chain space. Then chain 4 again and make a double crochet, a puff stitch and a double crochet into the space between those 2 double crochets. So you will be leaving 3 stitches, that is 1 double crochet, puff stitch and 1 double crochet in the previous round, and the space between those 2 double crochets we have to make this cluster. Chain 4, make a single crochet into the chain space, chain 4 and repeat this till the end of the row. Make a double crochet, 1 puff stitch and a double crochet into the space between the 2 double crochets of the previous row. Once you reach the end of the row, chain 4 and make a slip stitch into the third chain of the first chain 3s we have made. Row 24, slip stitch into the next stitch, that is the puff stitch. Chain 3, which will act as 1 double crochet, then make 2 more double crochets into the same stitch. So we have a total of 3 double crochets into the same stitch. Chain 4, make 1 front post double crochet through the previous single crochet we have made into the chain space. Chain 4, then make 3 double crochets into the puff stitch. You have to leave the double crochet and then make into the puff stitch 3 double crochets. Chain 4, make 1 front post double crochet through the previous single crochet. Chain 4 again and make 3 double crochets into the puff stitch. Same way continue till the end of row 24. Once you reach the end of the row, chain 4 and make a slip stitch into the third chain of the first chain 3s we have made. Row 25. Make a slip stitch into the next stitch. Chain 1. Make a single crochet into the same stitch. Chain 12. Then leave the chain space, front post double crochet, chain space and 1 double crochet, and then make the single crochet into the next stitch, which is the second double crochet of the 3 double crochets we have made in the previous row. Then again chain 12 and make a single crochet into the second double crochet. That is leaving the first into the second double crochet. Make a single crochet. Likewise continue till the end of the row. Once you reach the end of the row, chain 12 and make a slip stitch into the first single crochet we have made, thereby completing row 25. With row 25 we have completed our doily for Dreamcatcher 2021. Once we pin it down the way we do for blocking, it should measure up to 18 inches. You can reduce the number of rows if you have a smaller hoop. There are different ways of joining the doily to the hoop. I am choosing the method of cutting small yarns of same color and tying each 12 chain space into the hoop separately. But I will also show a different method. For the second method, you can slip stitch, chain 1 slip stitch to reach the center of the 12 chain space. Once you reach the center, cut the yarn with a long tail and weave in like this through the doily and through the hoop. I am going with the first method. You can do whichever method you prefer. So I am joining by cutting small yarn pieces of same color and then tying the 12 chain space into the hoop. You can tie it 2-3 times and make the knot secure. For securing it more, after tying you can cut the yarn and take the knot to the back of the hoop, and you can use any kind of adhesive, either a hot glue or any different adhesives you can use. I would suggest you to first tie the 4 sides and then continue tying all the 12 chain spaces. And ta-da! It's done. Now the next step is the hangings. The length of the hangings is an absolute personal choice, but what I prefer personally is the same as the diameter of the hoop. So my hoop is 18 inches, so I want my hangings length also to be 18 inches. So the hangings are folded into 2 and then we tie them. So we need like 18 plus 2 is 36, and a little bit goes in the tying portion also. So I took about like 37 to 38 inches length of hangings. So cut each of them into 37 to 38 inches if you are using an 18-inch hoop. It's absolutely your choice, the length of the hangings. Now take the hanging, fold it into 2 and put it beneath the hoop and take it out. And then put the tail through that as shown in the video and then take it out and tighten it. With the pom-pom laces it's a bit tricky. Make sure all the pom-poms are out before you tighten. Now repeat the same with all the hangings. The hangings I have used here are satin ribbons, pom-pom laces and normal cotton laces in very different colors. So you can also use macrame coats, feathers, etc. And with this you have reached the end of Dreamcatcher 2021 and you have a beautiful Dreamcatcher with you. If you happen to make this Dreamcatcher, please do tag India Yarn Circle and Nayor the Blot on your social medias and use hashtag Dreamcatcher 2021. You can also trim the hangings in a V shape if you'd like. It's also a personal preference. We hope you enjoyed making this Dreamcatcher with us. Please do like, share and subscribe to India Yarn Circle.